I am driven from the face of the ground. I die daily, but no one avenges me, not even once. I've been told I'm an old soul, but every seventh pup says that nowadays. You get old fast when trapped in a maze. Asses bray, but men do too, with less sense. Repeat sentence, more words wasted, and no recompense. I am youth and future, not the youth of nip, tuck, and suture, idle youth, idolized and rubbernecked, like train wreck, of tween clothed in unappealing apparel by evil minds, selling anorexic neurotic chic to stands of fans. Sick, double, triple-minded, hypnotized by a poisoned fountain of youth, misguided and yearning for a lost youth. That youth is death, decay, going away, cannot reproduce. Barren, worn out, dragged out, beat down, uglified, and frightening to all innocence, satyrs, nymphs divine, and birds. Once together they spied these ghastly stars, make-up running from crying eyes, horrified, abused. They rushed on, called down the rains to wash it all away. Aphrodite, hear our plaint. To Zeus, intercede, make him shake his brow. Send the sluices down on empty, barren ground, and thunder sounds. I surmise the truth that age is age, and youth is youth, each their place, and he who trades the one for the other is a braying ass, unsatisfied, always lying. Future, youth, inchoate, embryonic, speed of God, supersonic. I have enough truth in me to seed 1,000 worlds, and enough truth to overcome it. Stab spike in ground like stake to hold future steady, ready, not sitting on lies, pretty but proud, wild, undisguised, serpent, full of guile, wise, shrewd as vipers, light and acute enough to cipher out all the roots, tripped over by those soldiers of the present age, astute. No, dying high on the vine, anemic air, upset climb, sunlight is blocked up. Old soul, youth promised, extol your virtues, be honest. Hit your mark like comet, tail of fire in the sky, try and try as you might. Do not sugarcoat, do not spare your words for the flight of birds. Do not spare your words for the fright of birds, flighty, modern, light-hearted squirrels, lightweight, lightsome, featherweights, amateur boxers, unaccustomed to the wallops we pack in our little knapsacks. Let all the bound-up air out, swollen frog, pop. Windswept hills, solid ground, nature, terrible. Mute verse, the trumpet blast of sound that rushed through ether. Mute verse, the trumpet blast of sound that rushed through ether. Mute verse, the trumpet blast of sound that rushed through ether. Before air was made, before the ground distilled from the waters, before the waters stilled and pulled from void of chaos, nameless yet, when the word hovered over the waters, not yet begotten, mute verse, seed of universe and father's scar from nothingness, no ripples yet from cistern. We exist, and pre-exists the sky. My eye doth not deceive, I believe that, for sanity's sake at least. I am master over all the voices, all my choices, all the noises I let in, spiritual master, next of kin to God. Nirvana, Zen, Purana's den not far off, Brahmin and priest scoff. Police the scripture, codify. Police the scripture, codify, systematize. Christ on the wall and bag the squall, wild wind. Teach it so it doesn't break down doors and disrupt, upset structures. Wake up boors and snoring preachers, sanitize and whitewash, nail down as to cross, and all is lost. Policeman, preacher, creature, prison guard of the word, wear it on your head. You are in pain, can I help you? All I have is my knowledge and hands, awkward tendrils. How can I heal your pain? After all, it is your possession, not for me to lay profane hands on. Can I guide you? Is the light good? Sweet, who am I to say? I have my own pain to bear, back deformed, overgrown in muscle, carrying the burden. I am driven from the I am driven from the face of the ground, guilt-whipped, wilted, on stilts of pride, and above all other heads, in the sky, on prideful back of guilt, flying alone, individual. Dance on the headposts of all the happy as they jam on. Cram more in, and failures and regrets, and sin, pour it all out in a river, sneaky, furtive, clandestine, unsuspected, abortive, suspicious, polluting others' rivers. Dump a lie in there, dump a botched attempt, dump a child in there. Whose river is it? They are not my friends, I have no obligation to them. I mend my own wounds, ascend and descend in my own grooves as the Spirit moves me. Am I supposed to feel obligated to all? The living, the dead, the unborn, the animals, aliens, and God too? Sympathy for pain, sympathy for God? I need to live too. Let some of it slide off my back, even if it rolls into gardens, pristine groves, innocent coves for innocence and love. If some of Sodom's hellfire rains on cities and brotherly love, if some of Sodom's hellfire rains on cities of brotherly love, can I be responsible for that? Ask the oracle at Delphi. Philo, stealthy in his silo, what missile's hiding, child? Hoarding away my own well-being, no eye seeing my inner self, no gods, no souls prying into desert holes. Moles have sharp teeth and sleep well in holes, believe. Wealthy me, collector, rich with beaver pelts and scalps, pretty, gritty with hardened skin, but I own them. We love what's ours. If not guilt, what then? Pride, wrath, gluttony, sins all spoken for. God has a plan for you. Let's wax whimsical on a theme. Let's jump in our mental kayaks and go whitewater rafting. Watch out for minotaurs. They maul you and gore you in their mazes. Hunker down, figure out how to get out of that maze. As long as you're in it, that's your best occupation, your only hobby, your station, your nation for good or ill, your lobby for life, the front door, a rail car, and the only train. Even a box car or cattle car is a good fit if you want to move. Straight line. Straight line. Get behind me, Satan. Satan of inner minds, turmoil, embroiled in arguments with him, but that's the path through. Hit it again and again, wearing through the worst. The worst is to be silent when your tormentor is loud. Interview with 7 demons. I want to look into the face of evil. I want to see all the spurned, all the banished, all the driven away, all the failed, the impaler and the impalled alike. Scales fall from my eyes. I want to see all that is despised, all that is excised and exiled and cut away. Cancer of man, answer, wise, from experience of evil. Hunger attacks, draws me away from my task, from my selfish, single-minded goal, my locus, my focal point, my prey, my ambition, my basking stay in baths of luxurious pride, my stride, my swagger, my mission, my rigor. Not human, but my condition. Hunger attacks me, not for food, but hunger of all kinds, all hues, of all senses, lusts of all flesh, for fat, for pleasure, hungry, hungry alley cat, lustful, blind, lustful. Let's level all high-grown trees. Let's kill all the bees off, those buzzing, stinging creatures, steal all their honey. Let's pile up a mound of metal money, clinking, sacrifice all future for the now. Worship the now. New trend. Devil 1, step forward, introduce yourself, stumble through the turnstile, immense creature, and proffer your quarter. Like death rower in orange jumpsuit before camera, get your last bit of fame with the living, thrill at the moment where you can witness living flesh, beating heart, and grasp ghostly hand through humble page. Slave, not yet dead, 100 times more fortunate than you, shade. Fame leads your way and lays down majestic carpet before you. But flesh still better, you envy it. Speak your name, devil. Pride, self, rebellion, trinity of sin, you are all one. Speak. What is in the name? Self. Elementary, beginning point, smallest value known, whole, indivisible, irreducible. Self, soul, conscious ownership. Pride, capable of good and evil in its stride, society of impulses, hierarchy of passions, mind, need, love, power, towering up and closing shut, soured, enamored, stammering in nervousness, individual, pleasure, fugitive, greedy for treasure, material and spiritual, miracle, self. What is your stumble? What is your fall? Speak. I created God in my image, my similitude. I created the universe in my image, as the reflection of imagination. I claimed that God, His word and mind, birthed the world. My idea was that I was His idea, born in flesh from the clear mind of my reflection, God. I blamed myself, my fall, my love of self, my rebellion, my center in myself, my gravity, tragic. Majesty of the Lord, Creator, spurned, ignored, implored, insatiated only by my giving hand, apologetic, grand symbol of sacrifice. Only then was He turned to let me die in peace and release my soul from bond of torture, cold, penury, and darkness. Since then I have grown closer to the source of all the light, and my flight away regretted, I am reunited, reconciled, wedded, back to light, son sacrificed to end my plight, and I am joined again to light, bask in the warmth of self-despite, self-abandoned, soul ransomed in new heavens under new stars. I heal all scars, they fade away. My body is joined to the bread of life. Second devil, come forward, speak. Envy, name thyself. The path of angels felled, or the path of Cain, Abel's best killer. Why kill? He was your brother, earth's tiller. Brother's blood spiller, why? Why kill? Why water the earth that way? Don't back away. Come back. Speak. Speak your peace on display for all who wish to hear you, child. You have an audience. Speak clear and mild. Don't lose your crowd. Proud? No. Vain? What was it impelled you do your deed of shame? How long wandering, marked man? How long tired? On the move, fugitive, how long your lifespan? How long in flight? How long engorged in guilt? How long flew you out of sight of man, covering face, casting down countenance? How long this wild flight? How many lands did you settle into on nomadic march, or did it drive you on endless, crazed and sickly, blighted, marked man? Speak. Ah, night. It was a cold, dark night. The frost grew on the vegetation. Exasperation gripped me. The fruit of the earth had grown, but the locust bit me, enemy of all tillers of the earth. Ah, night. Cold, frost-bitten, smitten heart, my earth's fruits failed. My brother, rushing through the night under starlit sky, moon-winked, its eye favoring, bagged a stag on the run. Arrow ripped like light from sun, rained down. His kill was rich, proud in victory. Why please the Father more than I? I worked as hard. I gave what I had to give, the gifts that were mine. I worked to the bone, made them serve me, gifts my own. What is the lesson here? What hidden message? What fear? What departure? What twist? What mist over eyes? What crime did I commit? Why, when remit me? Pardon, pardon I seek. Lesson learned too late after crime. Time makes pardon in reverse impossible. Time, unkind, like thirst, time compounds and makes things fixed. You cannot fix, cannot reverse, cannot wash away the blood once spilled and curse with penance. No amends, no fix. Betwixt two moments lies an infinite gulf, irreversible. Memory searches, finds, can't be wiped away. What happened once happened always, never to be erased or forgotten. A failure, a broken line, the guilt is mine. Why guilt? Why must all flowers wilt in my trod, mine? The tiller of the sod, earth, raise a crop for the Lord. Why? Why reject me? What was the test? I killed my brother. No stranger, son of other mother, but son of same mother, stalk from same seed. Why me? What was the test? Father, fallen, interject here, intercede on my behalf. You knew him longer. My father, deceived and fallen, my mother, Eve by serpent called. My mother, Eve by serpent called. Humanity grieved most evil, pain eternal, to span distances of time supernal. No sacrifice of grain or fat, no burnt offerings repeated. After then, No sacrifice of grain or fat, no burnt offerings repeated after, then over equinoxes, vernal, solstice, sol invictus, sun reborn, sun sacrificed in the morning, before the day when the sun lasts least long. Sun sacrificed in the morning, before the day when the sun lasts least long. No sacrifice can decrease the length, no sacrifice can decrease the length, or the least bit of suffering. No priest, human fleecing, can sacrifice the flesh of the son that would heal the scar. What wrong did I? I valued the view of one more than that. I valued the view of one more than the whole life of one. I valued the opinion of one more than the life of another. I killed to satisfy my longing. I stilled one life to have my spirit quickened, moved by approval. I took life, plunged knife into flesh to carve off a skin I took life, plunged knife into flesh to carve off a skin, to adorn myself, pelt of man, to adorn my skin, to win praise and extract love from others. I sacrificed love to steal love from loving eyes under guise. I am despised, compromised. I am a lesson, but my pain not lessened by my prize. My pain, I can bear it, I wear it, it is mine, I will not share it, my possession. None can compare with it. As I rush from man, rush over the face of the ground, to and fro, years compounding, it is my pain, my possession, my despair, cannot spare it, live without it, be my death. Devil 3, come forth, speak to me. Greed, gluttony, twins not identical, cousins, though through poor eyes similar of shape, through dreamy, hazy eyes, one may mistake the one for the other. Greed, when one man becomes fat at the expense of many, when one man grinds another down to absorb his substance, when one man carves out earth larger than he could ever devour if he were a dragon with 1,000 lives and 100 mouths. Not proud, not vain, not status-hungry, just envious, simply scared to lose an inch, scared to give up an acre of ground, a mile, a little pile, mound of any substance rich. Greed, multiplying, compounding, never content, never relenting, interest only in collecting. Small man, blown up massive with miserly suction, sucking all property around you, putting souls up for auction, making the poor flee, extracting all that you can store up, that which you cannot store, selling until you own man, sell man, enslave man, slave master, usurer, property in man, pitiless, you steal the food of 1,000,000 children's mouths for your own insatiable hunger, never satisfied, plan for centuries ahead, to pass on your pittance to innumerable descendants. Greedy as much for fame and love past your age and time as for any substance to satisfy flesh and pleasure longing. Come forward, speak. I was afraid. I was pinched by hunger, young man, driven into corner. You learn to hide and hoard things that you've scored. I implore you mercy, Lord. I felt it was just my due to protect myself, and for all time, too. I had love and wanted it returned. For those on the outside, scorned, thin, hungry, I passed on a lesson learned to them. Let them learn to be cautious, sparing, hoarding, caring. I invented capital, sparse, no caring for man, little more philanthropy than needed to push back the violent hunger that brews in the stomachs of the many. I invented capital. I fed millions with my craft, so rational. I, usury, I, in truth, turned my abuse to virtue, see? Look at all the mouths that now feed and hang from the spouts I forged and crafted. I strained, I sacrificed, I practiced thrift. I refrained from malice, I did not indulge. I followed the laws, though sometimes made them. I did not steal from any by letter of law, protected. I may have asked impossible terms, harassed dependents, laborers, and beggars in their turn, but I fed them. If they were pathetic, that was their lookout, not mine. Enshrine my virtues forever, God. I am the source of all good here on earth now. No dearth of goods under my title, my ruling brow. My supervision gives surplus and mirth to all. Fourth devil, come forward. Speak your name as ash. Wrath, explosive devil. Volcano explode from the earth's core, its heart, its hearth fire, burning, longing, wrath, clear a path, never venting until pressure builds, rents rock, molten, spurting. I lay in my ships, wrath. I burn in myself, fire. I stay good long, as though kept on ice. I am not to be turned from my path. I plot my course. I have been wronged, and I take revenge 100-fold. I am the center of all existence. My pain justifies all destruction, eternal divorce from all man, wrong avenged, not 7-fold, not 70-fold, nor forgiveness limit 70 times 7, as Christ averred. No, eternal, endless sevens, never-ending, infinite, taking for offenses given. Driven on, flame risen in my heart, pride trod under by feet of power, I will drag that power down and scatter all its pretensions to the wind, until laid low, enslaved, broken brow, blood splattered, I drag the body round and round, suffer. Wrath, pain's interest rate, I paint the world red, red seas engulf the head and drown the heart of millions for my pain, my droplet of pain, returned again, recompensed. Devil number 5, breaking the manuscript. 7 sins. Doubt, sin, elusive, vague, excess, nexus of all depraved, raging fountains, unbalanced, knaves, fools intersect. Rave, singer, rave on, doubt, come forward, truth, idolatry, pinprick of doubt, raising truth upon pedestal, truth bigger than life, bigger than future, than God, bigger than man, little black hole, gravity that sucks in all things and pounds them to dust, heavy dust that can't ever get free, even light is smothered. Truth, idolatry, doubt, stronger than any other force. Doubt, you can make us doubt anything. What can't be doubted, scoffed at, flippant, put to account to infinity, proud, puffed up, spine erect to roundness, wind of doubt through sails of flesh. Everything is a lie. I am wiser. I doubt everything. I, skeptic, septic, anorexic, deprived, depraved, thin, unscathed, always win, never trusting, everlasting, black-shadowed wrath, jesting, never stable, never same place, never earth-encrusted, but tornado whirlwind, pride, double-minded, never long in one place, never finding, fugitive, driven from the stars into expanse of cold space, void, avoiding all hands warm, avoiding all truth stable, avoiding all lines straight, avoiding all grooves, channels, nimble, on our own, alone, stars ourselves, black stars, never casting light, never sharing lies comforting, never being a beacon of hope, never grabbing a groping hand, letting loose a helping rope, misanthrope, never trusting, never hoping ourselves, always jesting, never resting, always on the move, thrusting outward at all truths, smash our idols, iconoclasts of truth, and lies, bring all truths down, under the mud is the truth, murky waters, hide all light, all paths that make sense, casting boulders down in mud, all truths fly in flight, delight, delight, truths don't soothe, lies only hide pain, what remains now of our doubt, old man, proud, regret, pride, wrath, night engulfs, expanse of night, cold, alone, delight.